Alrighty, hello and welcome to another episode of Lone Wolf Plays. I'm the Wolf, and these will shortly be the plays. I am I'm taking a little liberty today. Um, I have a few things that I kind of want to talk about overall. But first things first, I have like 3 loads of laundry to fold, so let me grab those baskets and get those folded real quick. Okay. Oh, all right. So a lot to go, a lot to go through today. Um, so you know this one. What, God of War? Well, welcome to the stream. Um, here, boy. Huh? That's a little disconcerting. Um, so today was an interesting day. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Well, this is literally like I'll be on my fourth hour of playing this game today. Once I get started. So I I've made no secret about my fall, and I still haven't been to the doctor about it. I need to, but every time I want to go set up time to go see the doctor, I sorry about that. I forgot how short this cable was. Anyway, every time I go to set up something with the doctor, something happens, and I wind up not being able to go or not realizing I still need to go. So, example of that would be last week. I I woke up feeling really, really, really flipping good, and so I chose to not go to the doctor. And I have come to accept that that was a mistake. What I've come to discover is that I I'm okay for a few days when I don't have to work, and then stress kicks my butt, and I can really feel the exhaustion and the stress. It gets to me after a little while, and that's not good. So I very much need to schedule that appointment this week. Well, I live in the New England region. Well, just south of the New England region. I live on the East Coast, and um, we had a nice 14 inches of snowfall Monday, which meant that even if I really, really, really wanted to go to the doctor, I couldn't go because there was no way to get there. We were in a stage 3 emergency, road closures for the entire state. And during the course of that, we had a tree collapse. and my son and I had to go cut it down while it was still snowing. So that way, if the wind hit it and knocked it down, it couldn't damage the rest of the house. It was incredibly important to get that taken care of because the divorce situation I'm in right at the moment, we're looking at the division of assets part, which means selling the house and anything that could have been a negative aspect to the value of the house could have been seen as a dire election. And I am not that kind of person. I will take care of my business, and that's what I do. Well, today we had the realtor in. Well, more accurately, I had the realtor in. And the statement of the realtor was that I need to ultimately stop dumping money onto the house because any work that I put into the house that does not offer some kind of a major repair or an increase in value, I am out that money. And instead, I was told to focus on clearing up the any materials that I'm planning on keeping, packing things up, having my ex come get her stuff, so that way, as these things start to enter the foreground, they can be handled with minimum additional labor. Now, the reason I bring all that up while in discussion of the head injury is because even though Laundry with Kratos, yes, Laundry with Kratos. Laundry first, Kratos after. So the reason I bring up the realtor with in discussion with recovering from the head injury is because I have been stressed out for the past several days. The days where I normally am bringing myself back to normal so I can get back to work and be fully operational, it wasn't in the cards. And so I'm genuinely concerned about how I'm going to handle this week. With the massive amount of work that I have at my day job, that tends to run me to a point where by the end of the week, I have no real functioning concentration mechanisms. I'm a little concerned about how I'm going to be. Sell Plucky to an orphanage? No. No, my son will not go to an orphanage. I owe that kid more than I'm willing to admit. And that not just because I'm dad, but because when I was at my worst, when my ex left, like he really helped buoy me up quite a lot, and I greatly appreciate that. He was awesome. But um by the end of my normal work week right now because of the injury, I am focus is non-existent. Um, my ability to concentrate is gone, and I'm just overall not in a good place with the way work has been going. And I'm really worried about this week, because this week, with everything else that happened between, you know, flickering electrical situations with the blizzards hitting, and the whole collapsing of trees, and again 14 inches of snow. That's not a small amount of snow to move, especially when it's that heavy, wet packing snow that you can't use an electrical what? Am I in Canada? No, I'm on the east coast of the U.S. But we had that really nasty blizzard roll through Sunday night into Monday, and if you take a look at the roads today, you can't even tell it happened, with the exception of the fact that it's piled up, because the roads are 100% passable. But it was very wet, very dense snow, and I am fully aware of one tree collapse and at least one major branch break. But that branch break, I think, is actually you're experiencing my problem. Maybe. It turns out that that branch break was actually assisted by the water company, who rolled in with a with a plow to get to their tanks, and on their way through, completely weren't paying attention and smacked a branch that was dropped due to the snow and due to the weight of the snow. I wonder why my moderation suite is catching the game app information. Um, and that caused it to break. So now I have a roughly 300 or 400 pound branch sitting basically on the road. And I didn't have time to get to it today with everything else going on. So there's that. And then the fun with work. Chainsaw. Yeah, I have one. I have an electric chainsaw. I just haven't. I didn't have the opportunity to get to it today because of everything else that was going on today. So I'm going to have to do that after work tomorrow, and I am not looking forward to that. Although chainsaws can be fun, I did at one point have my chainsaw bounce off of my finger. I had a bad grip on it, and it slipped. It caught, jumped up, and caught my finger. That's, cautionary tale. Don't be stupid with your tools. Unpleasant, absolutely. If you're going to work with power tools, the leave of absence coordinator says take the mental health break. I can't. Okay, and I honestly I wish I could, but I can't. I could probably use a good week or two of recovery time, but there's a whole lot of things coming down the pike at the same time. Paid on you. That's what short term. Well, unfortunately, I'd have to get that okayed by the doctor first. I'm pretty sure, and I didn't go to the doctor. Accommodation, huh? Accommodation. Um, I don't know. If I went to the doctor and they had me checked out, I mean, they might be able to set something up. But right now, like, I would not be willing to accept. Your therapist can, possibly, but when she sees me, I'm normally on the higher end, where I'm usually okay. Um, Or I'll fill them out for you. We are very old friends. I've actually known Dreamer for 38 years. 39 years? Somewhere in that time frame. I'm 40. I'm about to hit 44. Yeah, we were. Dude, uh, Dreamer does not play any video games. I've tried to get her to play games. I might be able to get her to play Mario Party, and that might be about the extent of it. Huh, he's missing a sock. All right. Well, laundry's folded, so I am going to take 2 minutes to run him his clothes and drop my clothes into this basket that you can't see. So give me just a moment. I will be right back. And I am now back. Ah, it has sociopaths. Yeah, EVE Online can be sociopaths. You have to have a very, very steady mindset to be able to play that game. Largely because you could very easily be driven insane by EVE Online. Hence the reason why I enjoyed it for as long as I did. Okay, laundry is folded. Now, on to God of War. Come here, boy. All right, here we go. So, anyway, to finish up my thought there, I am really hoping that I'll be okay this week. Um, but there's a very real possibility that if I don't have a chance to really de-stress over this weekend, which I'm really not going to be able to because I'm going to have court coming up here on Wednesday for the division of assets. I may wind up taking a stream break for a day. Why is... Alright. Kratos has gotten fat. It's a health break. Uh-oh, I pushed the wrong button.